ready. We ready. We ready for y'all. We ready. We ready. We ready for y'all.
The Lunch Break with AJ, powered by JM&E. Live weekdays at noon Central.
What's up, everybody? It's live streaming. Hey, welcome to the edition of the Houston Roundball Review Throwback Thursday on the Lunch Break, powered by JM&E. I wasn't sure if I was going to have time to squeeze this in. It came from Gallery Furniture. Tried to help a friend. Gave his car a boost. Not sure if it was dead battery or bad starter, so that took a while and made it back here. A lot of stuff has happened in the last hour and change. So I'm going to try to play a clip from Mattress Mac, about 2 minutes of about a 4-minute clip. I'm not even sure how the audio is going to sound. I'm going to do more with it when I have more time after this live performance. But Mattress Mac announced, Tony M., how are you? Thank you as always for your support here on the Houston Roundball Review channel. The Lunch Break is streaming live on the BS3 Network, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, all of them. Donna Hoban, how are you? Thank you very much. Donna, a long time no hear from. Of course, it's been a little minute before I've done a live lunch break. A lot going on. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Might have some screen shares and things of that sort to go through with this show. But this is going to be, try to get 50 minutes, be action-packed. Let's see how this sounds. Let me give a little lead into it. Mattress Mac announced that he is renewing his $1 million NIL deal for the Houston Cougars men's basketball team for this 23-24 season, starting with the Cougs trip to Australia August 4th through 15th. Let's see how this sounds. Cross your fingers.
Mattress Mac here with the great University of Houston men's basketball team behind me for 23-24. Proud to announce Gallery Furniture doing another $1 million NIL deal this year. And a lot of people ask why. Number one, because we love the Cougars. They're a huge part of the city. They have a great team. I really like Coach Kellen and all the great coaches at U of H. So should be a fun partnership this year as the Cougars for the first year are in the Big 12, playing other great teams like Texas and Kansas. Looking forward to the Cougars playing A&M at the Toyota Center. So it should be a great year of U of H basketball. And most of all, we're looking forward to a 2024 U of H National Championship. Right, fellas?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How's the summer workouts going?
Great.
Hard?
Hard. Always. You know it.
No other way, right.
Jamal, what's that little piece, what it means to you and the team?
Just what he's been doing for us has been allowing all of us, especially me, just to give back and just take care of my family in many ways. And, it just means so much to us, and him being able to do this again for us another year is just, amazing. We really thank him, and it's just a real blessing just to have him around.
Sure.
Actually, it's Linda over there that's providing all the money, but she's shy. She's camera shy. She don't want to get the camera.
Dame, first year player, what's it mean to you?
Oh, that means a lot, just to have somebody like Mac in our corner willing to support us, all the time. And, all of his contributions mean the most to me, all of my teammates and our families as well. So without him, we wouldn't know what to do. We're just super thankful for him.
Where's the transfer guys?
Right there. Dame is one and LJ right next to you from Baylor.
So tell us why y'all came to U of H.
Really the culture. We had a great group of guys. I felt really welcome on my visit. It's a winning culture. We have a culture of winning, so It was something I was looking forward to be a part of.
You run the national championship team at Baylor, right?
Yes, sir.
Can this team win the national championship?
Most definitely.
That's what I want to hear. You come here from Temple?
Yes, sir.
Philly?
Yes, sir.
I got a lot of history in Philly.
When is in Philly, huh?
Yes, sir.
They taught me some new words in Philly. When I was up there.
They got their own language up there.
That's right. We're glad to have you in Houston.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to be here.
What brings you here?
Pretty much everything LJ said was just the winning culture. You know, being around guys who know how to win, who've done it before. You know, me just being competitors against them for 3 years. You know, just knowing what they're about, what they bring to the table, felt like this is where I needed to be. So.
There you have it. In case you didn't recognize that last name, that Dame, that's Damian Dunn, transferred from Temple, preceded by LJ Cryer, transferred from Baylor. So talk to them. I'm not sure if you could tell in the background. I think it's to LJ's side, right side. But I spoke to him. I was surprised to see this young man when he walked in with the team. Malik Wilson, who had entered the transfer portal a few months ago. I was shocked to see him. I knew he had not signed anywhere else. So when I saw him, I said, hey, man, I need to talk to you after this. And he said, okay. So he's back on the team with scholarship, which means the Cougs do not have any more open scholarships. So you go to, and I didn't even notice this myself until after I talked to him and verified it, confirmed it. You go to the website, uhcougars.com, go to the roster. There he is. Malik Wilson is on the roster. So he said he's on a scholarship. He's back on the team. Make of that what you will. So it's not a big man. Not some transfer falling out of the sky. Some talented big man. Malik Wilson, known for his defense, known for his athleticism, helped make Terrence Arsenault a better player in practice. Malik Wilson is back on the Houston Cougars roster. I tweeted out after I talked to him and confirmed with the staff. So there you go. Follow me on Twitter for now, of course, the HR Review. And on Threads, as you see on the screen there, Houston Roundball Review. Will knows, how are you? Corey, how are you? Will and Corey can exchange Ohio State information during this show. But you, are watching the Houston Roundball Review takeover of the lunch break, powered by JM&E, streaming live on the BS3 network on Roku, as well as on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. So hit me up. Going to talk about it. Going to try to do some share screens because earlier today also, Big 12 Conference announced the scheduling matrix for women's basketball. So I'm going to put that up. 7 slides. First up, obviously, Houston Cougars, because, hey, it's H-Town. And then earlier this week, UH men's basketball announced their non-conference schedule. Not a lot of heavy hitters in the non-conference schedule, but when you're now going to be competing in the best men's basketball conference per net in college basketball, hey, you'll get your top tier net rankings, quad 1, quad 2 games in conference play throughout the conference basketball season. So we'll get into that as well. First things first, check this out. Donna Holman, you put that up there. I didn't get a chance. Let me put it up before I discuss the schedule. I didn't get a chance to speak with Mac. You know what? There was no one-on-one setup for us. Mac gave his sit-down talk, as you saw there moments ago, for the men's team. I'm not sure if Mac, or I know Lincoln Cougs, Houston's major NIL collective, does do some NIL arrangements with other UH athletic teams. And I think, I'm not sure if it's a team-wide deal for the women's basketball team, but I know Layla Blair, one of the players on the team, might be some individual arrangements for the players. I'm not sure if it's a team-wide deal yet, but I'll ask about that. So good question, Donna. All right. Big 12 women's hoops, 14 teams in conference play for this year and maybe additional years. But as long as the Longhorns first and last year, Houston and the Longhorns will be in the conference again in Big 12. Longhorns and OU. The Cougs will play 5 teams twice, home and away, and then 8 teams once each, 4 at home, 4 on the road. You see who the home and away for the Cougs women's team. Baylor. Looking forward to that. BYU, All-American Lauren Gustin, UCF, TCU, and Texas Tech. So that's the home and away matchups. The Cougs play those 5 teams twice. So Corey, hold that thought. And then home only, Cougs play Cincinnati, Iowa State, Oklahoma, and Texas. The Texas Longhorns will be coming to Fertitta Center. Women's basketball will be coming to Fertitta Center for the first time since 1998. So how about them apples? So there you go there. Then you see the Cougs play on the road, away only. KU, Kenitra Williams, how are you? If you're watching anywhere, Kansas State, Oklahoma State, and West Virginia. Kind of curious to see how many of those teams rank highly in the net, but we shall see for this coming season. Corey, this question here, not an update, but far as I know, it's still in the works. Details have not been finalized regarding the men's games in Australia being streamed. As far as I know, nothing's changed. Not at least 3 of the 4 games will be streamed, and the broadcast crew clearly will be from that team's, the opponent's broadcasting team. So there won't be any, Jimmy Branham is not making the trip from UH with the team to Australia. So the games will be streamed, should be streamed. If that has changed, I'll confirm it after this edition of the lunch break. But as far as I know, 3 of the 4 games will be streamed. And what is that, like a 15-hour time difference? So if you want to maybe watch the games on demand, but if you want to watch them live, maybe looking at a 3 o'clock start in the morning, 3 a.m. to watch the Cougs competing overseas against teams from Australia. You do you. Get a chance to see them. Talk to LJ Cryer and Damian Dunn, and obviously, but both of them specifically are looking forward to the trip. Looking forward to team bonding with the guys, the new teammates, as they spend 10, 11 days with each other in Australia, mate. So check on that. Yeah, I'm with you. My days of doing that are over. On demand, so I'll watch the rebroadcast of it. But I will confirm that momentarily once this show ends. So, but yes, thank you very much for that question. You're watching the Houston Roundball Review Throwback Thursday on the lunch break, powered by JM&E and streaming live on Roku on the BS3 network. And around this time, when I do each show, this first segment break, my man, Cole Johnson, Cole Sports with the Z.
If you're looking for a sports program that gives you the flavor.
Washington Commanders? Really?
This whole thing stinks to high heaven.
That pulls no punches.
Thuggish act by a thuggish actor.
That gives you some humor.
Praise everything LeBron does and never criticize it.
If you want a show that gives you good times, then this is that show. BS3 Network proudly presents.
I am Cole Johnson, and welcome to
Cole Sports with the Z. Every Friday on Patreon and every Saturday on YouTube, Spreaker, and all other outlets.
BS3 Network, as well as on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and of course, YouTube at the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Okay, folks, if you missed it, Coug fans, Malik Wilson is back on the team. He's been practicing for a few weeks now, he told me. But yes, Malik Wilson, another guard. Cougs have a lot of guards. Not a great number of big men, but they got a lot of guards for this year's team. Looking forward to it. And also, I announced or showed it a clip from today's big announcement that Mattress Mac, Jim McIngvale, announced he's renewing a $1 million NIL deal for the Houston Cougars men's basketball team for the 2023-2024 season. The NIL deal will begin in August when the team travels to Australia. So the players will get a chance. The players, including big man Cedric Lott, said is an international player. So per NCAA rules, these 10, 11 days in Australia are the only opportunity he can receive NIL money as an international player, international student athlete. So just keep that in mind. International students cannot earn NIL here in the States. That's courtesy per the NCAA rules. Mr. Willie Gibson, what do you think about that? But we go with that. All right, let me see. Got some American Athletic Conference news as well. Yes, I know the Cougs are now in the Big 12, but another City of Houston team, Rice Owls, are now in the American. So I will still focus on the American as well. Cover the Rice Owls, men's and women's basketball. And heck, Monday and Tuesday, I'll be in Arlington for the AAC Football Media Day for the Rice Owls. Networking. Always got to network. I'm always looking for sponsors of all the shows here on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. And you never know what you might learn. Information you might pick up, like the tidbit of information I picked up last week at the Big 12 Football Media Day, where I was told, again, that signs point to Colorado returning to the Big 12. I know what President DeStefano said, in quotes yesterday, said that he'd love Colorado to stay in the Pac-12, but that depends on what Pac-12 Commissioner George Kliavkoff presents in terms of money regarding this upcoming media rights deal. Meeting today, not expecting anything from it. Pac-12 Football Media Day is Friday. That'll be fun. Kind of be interesting to see how they're going to spin with the media the fact they had no deal after 9, 10, 11 months of them telling us it's going to be soon. It's soon. It's coming. It's coming. Any day now. But I was told last week that Colorado will return to the Big 12. Now, if Kliavkoff pulls a rabbit out of his hat and the numbers are close to what the Big 12 is getting, then Colorado might indeed stay in the Pac-12. But not many folks are expecting that. So we'll see how that all plays out. Okay, let me see. All right. Folks know, Donna knows, Corey knows, Tony knows. I'm not the most high-tech savvy person when it comes to screen sharing, but let me see what I can do. Might have to boost the font size of this, but let's see here. Going to pull up the Houston Cougars men's basketball schedule. Well, let me say I'm going to try to pull up the Cougs non-conference schedule so you can look at it. We can go over it. So here we go. Cross your fingers on this one as well. I'm getting better at it, but anything's possible. Mistakes do happen. All right, here we go. I hope that comes through good enough for you, but it's going to make it. There are the net rankings right there of the opponents. The net rankings as of April 3rd, 2023. So the last game, championship game. Cougs opponents, home opponents, ULM, 296. A&M Corpus Christi, 174. Stetson, 163. Montana, 170. Rice, and these are teams, the men's team is playing this upcoming season, the 23-24 season. Rice, 188. Jackson State, 308. Texas State, 193. Penn, 138. The only true road game, part of the Big 12 Big East Challenge, Xavier, net of 18. Charleston Classic, Dayton 77, LSU 153, North Texas 30, St. John's new head coach. I kind of know who he is, Mr. Pitino, 91, Towson 130, Utah 80, Wake Forest 89, and then a December 16th matchup, H-Town Showdown, the Aggies of A&M 28. Here are the dates. Exhibition opener, exhibition game against Coach Kelvin Sampson's alma mater, North Carolina Pembroke, October 28th, ULM, November 6th, A&M Corpus Christi, the 11th, Stetson the 13th. The dates of the Charleston Classic, 16, 17, and 19. Montana on November 24th, Friday. Hope I go to that game in Cincinnati against Xavier. Then home versus the Owls on the 6th. Home versus Mo Williams Jackson State Club on the 9th, Saturday the 9th. Then Saturday the 16th, Texas A&M. And then non-conference, wrapping it up, Texas State on the 21st. And on the 30th, home against Penn. And then, of course, looking forward to Big 12 Men's Basketball Championship in March, T-Mobile Center in Kansas City. Both the men's and women's championships are taking place in KC. So looking forward to that. Hopefully, that's going to be a long time being KC if I decide to cover the women's and men's championships in that city. But your thoughts? That's a lot of net rankings there for UA's team. But if they play North Texas, who should be good again, North Texas is moving to the American, well, not in the American, had a net of 30 last year in the season. So if they play North Texas in the Charleston Classic, Xavier, and the Aggies, that right there is 3 opponents based on last season's net rankings in the top 30. Not bad. So that's quad 1 territory. St. John's, I think, will be better. Not sure who St. John's is playing non-conference. So that's a possibility of being a good net opponent for the Cougs. But hey, Cougs are in the Big 12. So their rankings for their conference opponents will be quality night in, night out, practically every game. We can probably pick and choose of what maybe UCF might have a outlier ranking of above 75, maybe, potentially. Beyond that, I'm not sure who else. BYU, maybe, but you get the idea. So, thoughts on that? Corey, what are your thoughts on what you see of the Cougs non-conference schedule? Also, fans, UH fans, August 1st, the Cougs men's team is having their red and white scrimmage. Free to get in the building, but not free to park. Parking will be $10. There will be some limited concessions. I'm kind of curious how, I hope whatever concessions are available can handle the crowd, the people who will attend. Yes, I know it's a red and white scrimmage. It probably won't last very long. It may be, I think last season's scrimmage was, 2 8-minute periods, something like that. It didn't last very long, maybe not more than a half hour, maybe, of actual court time. So I hope that there are enough workers to handle the fans who do attend the red and white scrimmage. Because I've heard some complaints from fans about some of the concessions, the quality of food, etc. It could be better. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that there. But so Corey will be at Toyota Center for the game against the Aggies on December 16th. It's a neutral site game. The sponsors of it, it's not the same company that organized the games in Fort Worth at Dickies Arena. This is a different group. But there's the second game of the H-Town Showdown features LSU against the Longhorns. So double hitter Saturday, December 16th. Not sure which game will go first, Cougs, Aggies, or LSU. Cougs should go second. They're the best team of the four. Should be the highest ranked team of the four. So we shall see once that's all official as well. But yes, it'll be doubleheader, the H-Town Showdown, Saturday, December 16th, inside Toyota Center. So Corey, if you are at the red and white scrimmage, stop on by so we can meet face to face. So I can thank you for your support of being a fan of the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. So let me know if you can do that. And everybody, if you're just joining in, I'm KG Chris Gardner of the Houston Roundball Review, and you are watching the Houston Roundball Review Takeover, powered by JM&E, streaming live on Roku. Yes, on Roku. You can catch it lunch break on Roku, 12 to 1 Central Time, Monday through Friday, on the BS3 network, not just on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. And if you're wondering, what is the BS3 network? Don't have that app? Go to Roku, download the app. But also, this 90-second clip will give you some more info and insight of the BS3 network, changing the way you watch TV.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Welcome back to the Houston Roundball Review Takeover of the Lunch Break, powered by JM&E. I am KG Chris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review. Thank you to my man AJ Jones for entrusting me, give me the keys to the kingdom to host the Lunch Break on Thursdays. The Lunch Break, powered by JM&E, available on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and also on Roku, courtesy of the BS3 Network. First part of the show touched on the big announcement for the Houston Cougars men's basketball team, courtesy of Mattress Mac. Mac is renewing his $1 million NIL deal for the Houston Cougars men's basketball team for the upcoming 2023-24 season. And it'll begin, the NIL deal will begin in August 4th through the 15th. The team will be in Australia. Got 4 games. I think 3 of those games will be streamed. The broadcast team will be the opposing team. The opponent won't be from the UH perspective, but fans, diehard fans, want to see the Cougs play overseas, play against some teams from Australia. You should get your chance to catch this action via streaming once those details are announced and finalized. I'm not sure if it'll be YouTube or whatever. But, of course, you can follow me on Threads. There you see it, Houston Roundball Review, and also, of course, on Twitter, the HR Review. Visit my website, HoustonRoundballReview.com. Subscribe, like the videos on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Click that bell so you can see notifications of new vids posted, and also follow the community tab where I will resume posting info like the games being streamed. I think 1 or 2 games They're playing the Australian national team. That's one of the 4, and that is the one game that won't be streamed. I am 99% sure of that. That will not be streamed. And let me see if I can pull it up. The other 3 teams, Corey, that they're playing, I believe 1 or 2 will be NBL teams. I'm not sure exactly. Don't call me a liar on that, but I think that's right. But I know for sure they are playing the Australian national team, and the Aussies men's team is one of the top teams in the world. So that game won't be streamed I'm thinking because Australian national team is the World Cup is coming up later on in August, so they don't want to give opponents a chance to scout while they are facing the Cougs and probably beating down the Cougs, because I'm not expecting a lot. I'm expecting that to be a learning lesson for the Cougs team, go against one of the best teams in the world. Nothing wrong with that. So I said it before when it was announced. If the Cougs get their head handed to them by the Aussie national team, so what? Learn from it. Don't panic. Don't freak out. It'll be okay. Those games don't count. Games that count for the Cougs are college basketball starting in November. So let's keep that in mind as well, okay? So don't freak out about that. So, all right, let me see if I can pull up that info. But because I know I have it somewhere. But keep asking the questions, Corey, and I'll figure it out eventually of who they're playing overseas. But because Coach Sampson's mentioned it a couple of times off the record, and we shall see. I'll pull up, and when I find it, I'll put it on the community tab on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. So thank you for the question, Corey. What are your thoughts on the Cougs non-conference schedule for men's basketball? Shifting gears, Rice women's basketball. Rice women's hoops is playing every team in women's team in the H-Town area of the non-conference. Rice is facing HCU, Houston Christian, November 6th. Texas Southern, November 29th. Prairie View, December 16th. Those are home games at Tudor Fieldhouse. And then last but not least, at Houston, Fertitta Center on December 20th. So I'm kind of getting a basic version of my dream of a Houston City Classic, courtesy of Rice Owls women's head coach, Lindsay Edmonds. So she is playing HCU, TSU, Prairie View, and UH. So good luck to her. That UH matchup on the 20th, the two teams had a double overtime, which Rice won this past season at home inside Tudor Fieldhouse. Cougs had some chance to win that game, and Rice found a way to win. Or you can look at it as UH found a way to lose. So anyway, on that one. But yep, Rice UH women's basketball inside Fertitta Center on December 20th. So mark your calendars if you are a fan of women's basketball. So let's see. And the American announced their pairings today. It's a busy day. I guess July 20th is a day now for schools to announce their pairings, scheduling matrix, and their matchups. So let me see what I'm going to pull up here. Do another screen share for the American, because Rice is in the American. I still have context in the American, so I will continue covering the American. That's what the Houston Roundball Review does. Here we go. The American. Here's the matrix. I'm kind of disappointed. Rice, home games, home only. ECU, FAU. FAU should be a top 10, top 15 team. UNT, North Texas, SMU. They don't get Memphis at home. They only go to Memphis. They have home and away matchups against Charlotte, USF, Temple, UTSA, and Tulsa. So at Memphis, Rice goes to Memphis. Memphis, the conference did one thing right. They have Memphis and FAU facing each other twice. So those two teams should be the expected top teams in the conference, battling it out. So it's good. FAU, we'll see if the FAU matchup will be similar to the rivalry, will become like Houston and Memphis, because boy, those are some matchups, some bitter hatred right there between Houston fans and Memphis fans, and there's still some Memphis fans. Y'all still in the American. Y'all salty because y'all aren't in the Big 12. Get over it. Houston is, y'all aren't. Stop retweeting stuff. Stop hoping, wishing, and praying, or stop complaining that Houston's in the Big 12 and y'all aren't. It's not Houston's fault. Ben, how you doing? What's up to you, Ben? Thank you very much. Thank you. The Lunch Break is available, streaming live on Roku on the BS3 network. And if you don't know, if you have your Roku streaming device, just download BS3 TV. If not, just go to bs3network.com. Women's side, going to pull up, do a little screen share for them as well. Tell you, I'm fancy with this. Watch out. All right. Women's side, screen sharing for women's hoops. Rice Owls. Rice home only. Charlotte, North Texas, Temple, Wichita State, away only. UAB, FAU, Tulane, UTSA, home and away. ECU, the defending conference tournament champions. Memphis, SMU, USF, and Tulsa. So I get a chance to go back to Tampa. Last season, I was in Tampa, and I saw the Houston Cougars upset the top 25 ranked South Florida squad on their home court. Women's team's best game all year. Best game all year, and then they did other things and missed out on a chance to get to the NCAA tournament. But I digress on that one. So there you go with that. All right. Rocket fans. Tony M, are you still here? Let's see. Don, are any Rocket fans? Any Rocket fans? Will chime in real quick if you can. Let me know if the Summer Cavs are having a parade to celebrate winning the Summer League championship, because I think they're getting rings for winning the Summer League championship, defeating the Rockets in the NBA Summer League final. I don't even know what the score was. I know it wasn't close. But Rockets rookie Cam Whitmore was named NBA Summer League MVP. Is that a good thing? Let me see. Question here. Donna says, why is Jalen Green the buzz in the media? I don't like controversial players. Well, it depends what you're referring to. Because today, Jalen, along with Cade Cunningham, Chet Holmgren, and a few other young players were named to the training, let's see how they're going to call it, the training camp, Team USA training camp roster to go against Team USA in practice. Some of the guys, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, and Keegan Murray are, this is courtesy of The Athletic, Shams Charania and Joe Varden reported this, are among the youngsters who will compete in training camp against Team USA. So Will says no. So Will, no parade? No parade? You mean it's not a big deal if you win the Summer League championship? Oh, darn it, Will. I was ready to go jump up and down with some water and some juice and yippee, yeah, yeehaw, all that good stuff. But Tony, your thoughts on Cam Whitmore being named MVP of the NBA Summer League? Tony says, hopefully it's the start of a wonderful career. But for everyone watching us on YouTube, Roku, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, when will Cam Whitmore play? Where will he play? He's behind Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks will start at the 3. He's behind Tari Eason. So know, is he going to play at the 4, back up Jabari at the 4? Is he going to get minutes ahead of Jayshawn Tate? He's probably a better player, I think. Well, hell, no, I don't think that. I believe it. He's a better player than Jayshawn Tate. But Jayshawn Tate is a glue guy. Y'all know, you follow sports enough, Jesse basketball team, successful basketball teams need that glue guy, that glue guy that just ties all together to help the coach, the intermediary between the coach and the players. Just makes everything fit. That's Jayshawn Tate. See, I'm with Corey. And I like how he phrased it too. As long as Tate's on the roster. Because I don't believe Jayshawn will be here long term. And then once that happens, and Cam will get much more time. Tari at the 4 when he needs minutes. That's fair as well. Some versatility. Oh, no. I didn't say that he couldn't play. I was just wondering what you're referring to, because there was a clip a few weeks ago about Jalen Green and Jacob, and that was controversial. Just put it like that. Oh, Will, this is for you, Will. There you go, Will. Go ahead. Per Corey Miller, Mr. Gibson, all winning teams need a Buckeye. Well, Corey, I'm going to shift the gears and say all winning teams need a Houston Cougar. And my Detroit Pistons have one now in Marcus Sasser. And as I said a while ago on the Let's Talk Houston Rockets live stream show, I look forward. Wouldn't it be great when Marcus Sasser helps the Detroit Pistons to the 4th NBA title in franchise history, and it comes against the Houston Rockets? Yes, it would be great. I will answer that for you who are tuning in. It would be great if Marcus helps Detroit win a 4th chip via the Houston Rockets. Yes, I said it. And see, there you go. I knew Mr. Gibson would agree with that as well. Blah, 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 blah. Jeff Green is back. Uncle Jeff is back. Looking forward to him and his wisdom. He's a great quote. Good dude. Good to talk to. So his veteran leadership will help. He's got a ring now. So he got that championship pedigree. So thanking everybody, Will, Corey, Tony, Donna, for participating in the discussion of this Houston Roundball Review takeover of the lunch break. Powered by JM&E. Streaming live on Roku, on the BS3 network, as well as on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. These final few minutes, I'm going to poke a bear or two. I'm going to be Dylan Brooks. I'm going to poke a bear. Okay. Tony, you know this. Corey, I'm not sure you saw it live. Sunday's edition of Folks Talking Sports. This is just what I heard. I'd be shocked if it happens. This is what I heard. One of the things I heard while I was at Big 12 Football Media Day. If Dana Holgorsen and the Cougs football team this coming season don't reach a bowl game, win 5 or less games, Dana's job is in jeopardy, will be in jeopardy. After 1 year in the Big 12. I was shocked when I heard it from 2 different people. Yep, I know. I heard him say it many times. Chris Pesman said it to the Daily Cougar, said it to me, said it to media at Big 12. A successful season, first year in the Big 12, be the Cougs going to a bowl. That's 6 wins. Pez hasn't fired anybody in his tenure as vice president of athletics at Houston. I don't see Pez firing Dana if the Cougs don't go to a bowl. If they go 5-7, I think Dana will be fine. Only way, even if what I'm about to say, I still think it's unlikely. Even if they go 3-9, they go winless in the Big 12. I still don't see it happening that Dana will be fired. Winless in the Big 12, that might wake up some folks, the money folks, but I still would be shocked that Dana would not be back for a second year in the Big 12 as head coach of the Cougars. I'll believe it when I see it. I think 5 wins. I don't have them going to a bowl. So that means I don't have them getting 6 wins. I think they're going to lose their first game season opener against UTSA. That could be an omen for the rest of the season. I could be wrong. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Might even be coming down to UTSA having the ball last and scoring on winning drive, winning field goal to win the game. But I just, I don't see them going to a bowl. I think they should beat West Virginia in football. Should. Or maybe Cincinnati. There are 2 conference wins, I think. Sorry, Andy Yanez. Andy has guaranteed the Cougs will beat Oklahoma on October 21st, in case y'all haven't watched that on Twitter or our Folks Talking Sports show. But yes, Andy guarantees the Cougs will beat the Longhorns at TDECU Stadium Saturday, October 21st. I think the Horns are going to run all over the Cougs. But West Virginia head coach Neil Brown was almost offended at media day when the Mountaineers by the media were picked last. He was adamant about who they brought in via transfers, talented players, guys with experience. And Coach Brown said, we will not finish last in the Big 12. We'll see. If they beat the Cougs, and the wins in the Big 12 conference play for the Houston's going to be coming sparse. Sparse. Tony asked me, so I expect Dana to get out-coached all season. Pretty much. Pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, they should be Rice. Rice's talent is better. San Francisco State, obviously, that's a no-brainer. They got to win that game for sure, no doubt. But, well, yeah, that is true. Good point. Neil does think they can beat Penn State. So, yeah, he's very confident in his team or his coaching or both. Penn State and Houston. So, Penn State is better than Houston. All right. All of us agree on that one. Many Coug fans would agree with this statement from Tony M. If Dana wins 1 game this year and it's against Texas, he can stay. I'm not sure every Coug fan would agree with that. Pez said it in a joking manner on 365 Sports, but first year in the Big 12, that might save Dana's job. But that'd be kind of interesting because that'd be winless up to October 21st, and then winless after October 21st. So I'm not sure if that would work with a lot of alums and fans. So we'll see. I think Coach Bloomgren, coaching acumen, Dana's got more experience. Cougs have more talent. If it comes down to coaching, I don't know. Heck, I might go with Coach Bloomgren. I might. And then we got to assume Pez Pez was joking because I mean, really, if the Cougs go 1-11, even if that one win is over the Longhorns, gonna have to do some serious evaluation of the program if they only win one game. Really, even if that is against the T-Sips, the Burnt Orange program, that'd be a heck of a high if that's the only win of the season. But then I think fans would wonder, what the hell happened in the other 11 games? We could beat the Longhorns, but we can't beat anybody else. We couldn't beat Rice. We couldn't beat Sam Houston State, whatever. Truly, folks, fans, if the Cougs lose to Sam Houston State, and there's no way in hell they should. Okay, let me be clear on that. No way in hell. So this is a massive if. If by some miracle the Bearcats of Sam Houston State Sanders should be fired after that game. Come on. No. That should not happen. Cannot happen. Won't happen. So let me be clear on that. That won't happen. But, whew. All right. One more bear. I'm going to poke. Pac-12. George Kliavkoff. What are y'all doing? Who's going to watch? Willie Gibson, Corey, Tony, Ben, folks watching on Twitter, YouTube, Roku. Who's going to watch the Pac-12 Football Media Day, Friday, July 21st? Based on the press release, it seems like it will be available on the Roku channel. If you don't have, like most of us, don't have the Pac-12 networks. So if you have the Roku channel, if I'm reading the release right, the Pac-12 Insider channel is going to show Pac-12 Football Media Day. I'm not sure if it's going to start showing it from the jump at 10 Central Time, 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific on Roku, but based on the release, it's going to be on like Freevee, Roku, other streaming platforms. So if you don't have the Pac-12 networks, like most of us don't, there are other platforms out there for people curious to see how they're going to spin not having a media rights deal finalized after a year, after being skipped in line by the Big 12 Commissioner Brett Yormark. The president, chancellors are supposed to be meeting with George Kliavkoff, Pac-12 commissioner, today, at some point today. I'm not sure if it's morning or afternoon or evening, to learn some numbers, some details about this new media rights deal. It's already been out there. It was Monday. It was already, figure this out in these closing moments of the lunch break. It was already announced Monday that no media rights deal will be announced Friday at the media day. Okay? It was almost like the same sources told the national outlets, the same quote, same info, blah, 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 all Monday. The Pac-12 is not expected to announce a new media rights deal at the July 21st Pac-12 Media Day. But Wednesday, Colorado President or Chancellor DeStefano said the presidents and chancellors will meet with the commissioner Thursday to get some details about what's going on regarding the media rights deal. So spin's already in the works. So no deal is going to be announced Friday, But hey, commissioner's going to talk to the presidents and chancellors to get them some info, something that they can cling to to tell their board and their people and make a decision. Because I was told last week, and to wrap it up here on this lunch break edition, the Colorado, unless the numbers match, are similar to the Big 12, will return to the Big 12 and will leave the Pac-12. I've heard that for a while, but heard again last week while I was at the Big 12 Football Media Day. So once again, I'm KG Chris Gardner of the Houston Roundball Review. You've been watching the Houston Roundball Review takeover of the lunch break, powered by JM&E, courtesy of the BS3 Network on Roku. The show streams live on Roku, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Thank you to Will, Corey, Tony, Donna, Kook fans who chimed in and saw the clip from Matthew Mack announcing the $1 million NIL deal for UH men's basketball for this upcoming 23-24 season, which will begin in August for the UH team's trip to Australia. So we're going to wrap it up these final moments, as I usually do, from the Queen, Miss Sybil Wilkes. But of course, remember, the Houston Roundball Review, since 1994. Local name, global perspective. Y'all take care. Peace.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Thursday, July 20th, 2023. Number 1, 23-year-old private second class Travis King recently crossed the border from South Korea into North Korea while visiting the demilitarized zone between the two countries with a tour group. Private King was released from a South Korean prison July 10th, and instead of getting on a plane to Fort Bliss in Texas, he joined a tour to the DMZ between the borders of South and North Korea. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin stated the soldier then crossed the border into North Korea willfully and without authorization. And his mother says she doesn't understand. Number 2, Democratic members of Congress reintroduced the Freedom to Vote Act, a comprehensive voting rights bill that will establish national voting standards. This bill comes in response to House Republicans' American Confidence in Elections Act that implements drastic measures such as requiring all first-time voters to have a photo ID and bars universal mail-in voting. People of color have historically faced numerous hurdles to get to the polls, and having a valid form of ID is one of them. Renewing identification costs money that poor, otherwise eligible law-abiding voters might not have. Number 3, a popular question that patients who have cancer and are being treated with chemotherapy is, can I still have sex? It's best to discuss any concerns about chemotherapy and sex with your doctor. Those doctors are familiar with your individual situation. However, it's usually okay to have sex during chemo as long as you're feeling up to it. That is not from us. That is from the article in the What You Need to Know newsletter and the article by blackhealthmatters.com. They'll tell you things to consider if you choose to have sex while being treated with chemo. Number 4, Sean Tonkin, a 36-year-old white man, told eyewitnesses he wanted to F up an N-word before fatally stabbing John Roan Jr. outside a Kansas City, Missouri gas station. Prosecutors charged Tonkin with possession of a controlled substance and peace disturbance, although the office acknowledged Tonkin used hate speech before the killing, provoking the confrontation, and posed a threat to the public. Court documents say Tonkin was allegedly found with a folding knife that had an American flag on the handle, and test results showed blood traces were discovered on that blade. Number 5, as extreme heat sweeps across much of the United States, mental health experts are drawing attention to the significant effect that continued exposure to high temperatures can have on people's mental well-being. One family physician pointed out that temperatures above 70 degrees can lead to increased stress, anger, and fatigue. Experts say that staying out of the heat when possible, taking frequent breaks when being outside is unavoidable, and hydrating can help people manage their mental health during heat waves. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. Taking responsibility for your actions goes hand in hand with living a great and proper life. Proper. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central with our mental health and wellness contributor, Aprilette Russell, as we discuss today's top headlines and more. Thank you to our What You Need to Know partners, the American Heart Association and Black Health Matters. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be empowered.